Hey folks, Mike Dawkins here from WorldCast Anglers with your Jackson Hole weekend fly fishing forecast for the weekend of March 21st and 22nd. Today is the first day of spring. Yippee! As you can see behind me, we still have plenty of snow here on the lower Henry's Fork. We've had snow melting. We've had some really nice warm temperatures the past, say week and a half, which has correlated to some really good early spring fishing opportunities. South Fork of the Snake, Henry's Fork, and Teton are all offering some pretty darn good early season, early spring fishing opportunities in the greater Jackson Hole and Teton Valley area. So with that, we do have some good news in this world of bad news with the coronavirus and everything that's going along with it. So definitely keep in mind that fishing has always been a sport and an activity of social separation, where you definitely don't have to be in the midst of humanity in the hysteria. You can be out here enjoying yourself all by yourself, catching some fish, enjoying nature, which is what we are suggesting everybody do. With that being said, we've got the Henry's Fork right behind me, 537 CFS being discharged from the box, 1,370 CFS being discharged from Ashton right above me. We have midges everywhere. There's some Capnia stones everywhere. There's Nemora stones, which is a little bit smaller than a squala. You know, there's been some periodic fish eating them up on top, but mostly it's still been a nymphing game. Small rubber legs, small pheasant tails, zebra midges, things along those lines are all going to be really productive. Streamer fishing has been a little touch and go here and there around the Henry's Fork, but that should pick up as we get some warmer water temperatures, as well as our dry fly fishing opportunities. The South Fork of the Snake, we saw flows increase to around 5,000 CFS this week coming out of Palisades Dam, 6,450 CFS there on the lower river. As of boat ramps for the South Fork of the Snake, the dam is an option, Huskies is an option, Irwin is an option, just be careful of your parking. The bridge is an option with a long rope, Wolf, Byington, Lorenzo, Moran, any of those boat ramps are offering some really good fly fishing and drift fishing opportunities on the South Fork of the Snake. With all of these, the increase in flows and the increase in cold water, definitely still a nymphing game. Streamer fishing has been pretty slow to okay, but look for rubber legs, worms, zebra midges, pheasant tails, rainbow warriors, any of that sort of technical tailwater fare to be really productive on the South Fork of the Snake right now. The Snake in Jackson, 346 CFS being discharged from Jackson Lake Dam, 1,400 CFS there on the lower river going into Palisades. So take a look at that. We've got 1,500 CFS before the Salt and the Grays going into Palisades Reservoir, and we've got 5,140 CFS being discharged from Palisades Dam. So water managers are already starting to look at it here these last couple weeks of March to make room in Palisades Reservoir, which is very full for this time of year, for our average, sort of 100% of average snowpack. The Snake, on the Snake we're seeing midges, we're seeing Capnias, no squalas yet, but they should be right around the corner here in the next two and a half weeks of providing some pretty good dry fly fishing over there on the Snake when we get those squalas. Nymphing has still been really strong, similarly with rubber legs, small princes, small zebra midges, blueing olive imitations, things along those lines. If you are going to head up, on the upper Snake, throwing streamers below Jackson Lake Dam with an intermediate line or a slow sinking poly leader, something that's white, small clouser minnows, crelexes, things like that can be a really good time fishing up there for the lake trout and things that have been stuck in the discharge pools up there below Jackson Lake Dam. The Teton, 277 CFS up there in the valley around Driggs, 565 CFS there on the lower river around St. Anthony. The Teton is definitely thawed out and been offering some great fishing opportunities lately. South Baits, we heard Rainy is getting plowed soon. Probably Pack Saddle is opening up. But the Teton, with these lower flows is definitely one of those places where you can put in, row upstream, row downstream, fish a little bit, take out at the same place. Still mostly a nymphing game, worms, small pheasant tails, bluing olive imitations, things along those lines. We're seeing some sporadic dry fly fishing with midges, but nothing really yet up there in the valley. But put the Teton, you know, sort of on your radar here for the next couple weeks of fishing before things sort of blow out and get warm and whatnot. So with that being said, we are on limited operating hours at WorldCast Anglers because of the COVID-19 coronavirus, you know, being spread in our local areas. Protection and the health of our employees and our community is always the most paramount thing that we can keep in mind at WorldCast Anglers. So the fly shop is closed. We do have a staff member there Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., answering the phone and answering emails. If you need something from the fly shop, shoot us an email at gofish@worldcastanglers.com. Call us at 800-654-0676. We'll pull everything for you. We'll set up a local pickup option for you so you can stay out on the water and get everything that you need to continue fishing during this great time around Jackson Hole and Teton Valley. If you're interested in a trip or anything like that, give us a call, shoot us an email. We'll be right back with you as soon as we possibly can. We're also offering a raffle for a complimentary float trip for any individuals that purchase a gift card of $50 or more for this week and next week. We'll be drawing that name at the end of next week. So definitely, if you think you're going to be spending some money in the fly shop, or you're interested in buying a gift card as a gift or for yourself or anything like that, give us a call, shoot us an email. Anything and everything can help us out during these unique times as a small local business in Teton Valley. So that's all that I have. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you here next week. Stay healthy, stay safe, and get out on the water and enjoy some social distancing. Thanks so much.